Si hata unajua umaraya ni nini? Sasa kwa siasa umaraya ni hiyo. Kuhamahama, kuhamisha kila kitu usiku na mchana. Kwani nini nyingine? Na hiyo ndio shida. Even now, even as we are talking about coalition after the mess situation that we are in, you can still see that prostitution, political prostitution, becoming part of our culture in our politics. And it's not a good thing. We need people who have integrity in the way they do things, privately and publicly. Yes.
Things say they why. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order. Honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seats. Members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seats. Kibarek, take the nearest seat. Donya, take the seat. Order, honorable members. Order, take the nearest seat.
Mr. Speaker, I stand under Standing Order 19A and Standing Order 20. Mr. Speaker, and in furtherance of a recent decision by the High Court HTC number E202 of 2023, Kenneth Njagi Njiru and 11 others versus the National Assembly of Kenya and others. Mr. Speaker, I will not go to the demerits and merits of that matter. I will go to what the court concluded, which is that the Azimio side is the majority. And based on that, Mr. Speaker, again, because I've said I'm not going to the merits and demerits of that decision, Mr. Speaker, I want to just indicate that I have therefore, as the majority party whip of Azimio, today handed over to your office a copy of that decision of the High Court with a letter that we are giving you according to the standing orders, our majority leader as Honorable Junet Mohammed and Honorable Robert Mbui. Mr. Speaker, following the standing orders, Honorable Junet will thereafter then communicate me officially as the minority whip, going by what the standing orders, but yes, a majority whip. Majority. Mr. Speaker, also.
The court quashed the decision and the ruling of the Speaker on the declaration of majority. The court has no capacity, has no power to declare who is majority and who is minority. That is a matter for the House. This is a matter for this House, and we will give you direction so that you can continue with doing your legislation, your oversight, and your representation roles in guiding our country so that we don't lose time. Thank you so much, all of you, even those who threw brickbats at the Speaker. The Speaker is seasoned, the Speaker is mature, the Speaker is used to this kind of thing, so I have no time to begrudge anybody. Whenever you want to say anything against the Speaker, do it. As long as you are doing it in good faith, I'll take it. If you do it maliciously, of course, then it begs Wentangula can deal with you. So on that note, honorable members, can you be upstanding?
Walifika bungeni mapema wakivuka sakafu na kuhamia upande wa walio wengi bungeni.
Order, members, maintain your silence.
Wakikalia viti ambavyo vimehifadhiwa kwa viongozi wa wengi na wabunge walio wengi bungeni.
Order. Order, Orone. Order.
Wakimtaka spika wa bunge la kitaifa Moses Wentangula kuwatambua kama walio wengi.
Our majority leader as Honorable Junet Mohammed and Honorable Robert Mbui.
Swala hilo likiibua mihemko bungeni, ikiwalazimu maafisa wa usalama ndani ya bunge kuongezwa, wakizingira fimbo rasmi ya bunge, wakizuia rabsha kuzuka. Wanaazimiwa wakikaa ngumu na kutaka uamuzi wa mahakama kuheshimiwa.
The majority leader in the National Assembly is Honorable Junet Mohammed, the Member of Parliament for Junet, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. And I am going to serve the country diligently, Mr. Speaker.
And it does not matter whether you are in government or not, because we are not debating who's in government and who's not. We are not debating the reasoning.
Kwa upande wao, wabunge wa Kenya Kwanza wakiganda na uamuzi wa spika Wentangula kwamba wao ndio walio wengi na kuikosoa mahakama.
I have seen letters that confirm that UDM, MCCCP, PA, MDDG have left Azimio.
So the position of which party is majority or minority is dependent on which party has moved to which coalition. So, Mr. Speaker, in your ruling, just write to the registrar of political parties, get us which coalition has how many members.
Hali ilikuwa sawia katika bunge la Seneti, wa Kenya Kwanza Seneti wakilazimika kutafuta makao mbadala. Spika Wentangula atatoa uamuzi wake Jumatano adhuhuri. Walifika bungeni mapema wakivuka sakafu na kuhamia upande wa walio wengi bungeni.
Order, members, maintain your silence.
Wakikalia viti ambavyo vimehifadhiwa kwa viongozi wa wengi na wabunge walio wengi bungeni.
Order. Order, Orone. Order.
Wakimtaka spika wa bunge la kitaifa Moses Wentangula kuwatambua kama walio wengi.
Our majority leader as Honorable Junet Mohammed and Honorable Robert Mbui.
Swala hilo likiibua mihemko bungeni, ikiwalazimu maafisa wa usalama ndani ya bunge kuongezwa, wakizingira fimbo rasmi ya bunge, wakizuia rabsha kuzuka. Wanaazimiwa wakikaa ngumu na kutaka uamuzi wa mahakama kuheshimiwa.
The majority leader in the National Assembly is Honorable Junet Mohammed, the Member of Parliament for Junet, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. And I am going to serve the country diligently, Mr. Speaker.
And it does not matter whether you are in government or not, because we are not debating who's in government and who's not. We are not debating the reasoning.
Kwa upande wao, wabunge wa Kenya Kwanza wakiganda na uamuzi wa spika Wentangula kwamba wao ndio walio wengi na kuikosoa mahakama.
I have seen letters that confirm that UDM, MCCCP, PA, MDDG have left Azimio.
So the position of which party is majority or minority is dependent on which party has moved to which coalition. So, Mr. Speaker, in your ruling, just write to the registrar of political parties, get us which coalition has how many members.
Hali ilikuwa sawia katika bunge la Seneti, wa Kenya Kwanza Seneti wakilazimika kutafuta makao mbadala. Spika Wentangula atatoa uamuzi wake Jumatano adhuhuri.
House Majority Leader Kimani Ichungwa will be forced to cede his position to his minority counterpart Junet Mohammed, who will sit at the seat of power. The same will apply to their deputies Owen Baya, currently of the majority party, and Robert Mbui of the minority party. Sylvanus Osoro's trip back to Nairobi from his long recess in South Mugirango will land him into the minority whip's office as Millie Odhiambo flies from Suba to Osoro's office, the majority whip. Naomi Wako and Mark Mwenje, the deputy majority and deputy minority whips respectively, will also switch places.
In fact, I would advise Kenya Kwanza not even to waste time going to stop or make appeal. This is by a three-judge bench. Even if the matter ends up in the Supreme Court, it will be the same.
Several committees will also see changes, especially the House standing departmental committees, which have been a reserve for the majority side. Budget Committee Chairperson Ndindi Nyoro, Kuria Kimani of Finance, and Nelson Koech of Defense and Foreign Relations will vacate their positions. And so will Gabriel Tongoyo of Administration and Internal Affairs and John Mutunga of Agriculture and Livestock. Robert Pukose, George Karaoke of Transport and Infrastructure will also be among the 21 committee chairpersons likely to lose their chairmanship. On its part, Kenya Kwanza may take up watch committees, the Public Accounts Committee and some of the Public Investments Committees.
And by the way, which Kenya Kwanza are you referring to now? Which Kenya? because it is what we had a deputy president who was. Now we have a new one. We have so many new things happening, and so those are stories overtaken by events.
The court has ruled that Speaker Wentangula ceased to be Ford Kenya's party leader when he assumed office as Speaker of the National Assembly.
Independent parliamentary political party called Jubilee. On that basis, Honorable Speaker, Jubilee then cannot and shall not and shall never be counted as part of Azimio. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, we are inviting you to make a decision on the status quo ante. On status quo ante, Honorable Speaker, it is up to you as a Speaker to now make a fresh ruling, since you are ruling.
Yes, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, it is not my intention to interrupt.
You have already done so.
Yeah, my colleague, Mr. Speaker, yes. The minority leader. Mr. Speaker, is it correct, Mr. Speaker, for the minority leader to mislead the House that those parties who are members of Azimio cannot be forced to stay in Azimio, Mr. Speaker?
Independent parliamentary political party called Jubilee. On that basis, Honorable Speaker, Jubilee then cannot and shall not and shall never be counted as part of Azimio. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, we are inviting you to make a decision on the status quo ante. On status quo ante, Honorable Speaker, it is up to you as a Speaker to now make a fresh ruling, since you are ruling.
Yes, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, it is not my intention to interrupt.
You have already done so.
Yeah, my colleague, Mr. Speaker, yes. The minority leader. Mr. Speaker, is it correct, Mr. Speaker, for the minority leader to mislead the House that those parties who are members of Azimio cannot be forced to stay in Azimio, Mr. Speaker?
Forever young, baby. Bang, 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 bang. Mickey. Toyota. Umwane Toyota. Toyota. Umwane Toyota. Manyanga. Umwane Manyanga.
If your house has no cockroach, there is no single cockroach in your house, you need to work hard. And don't tell me about hygiene. Don't tell me you are clean. You just don't have food. And you better ask for help before you starve to death in that house.